Hey there, everybody. It's me, Lily Rose, the admin at Encouragement Corner on Facebook. And we are continuing on today in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5. Whew! Guard your steps when you go to the house of God. Go near to listen rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools, who do not know what they do wrong. Do not be quick with your mouth. Do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God. God is in heaven and you are on earth, so let your words be few. A dream comes when there are many cares, and many words mark the speech of a fool. When you make a vow to God, do not delay to fulfill it. He has no pleasure in fools. Fulfill your vow. It is better not to make a vow than to make one and not fulfill it. Do not let your mouth lead you into sin, and do not protest to the temple messenger. My vow was a mistake. Why should God be angry at what you say and destroy the work of your hands? Much dreaming and many words are meaningless. Therefore, fear God. If you see the poor oppressed in a district and justice and rights denied, do not be surprised at such things. For one official is eyed by a higher one, and over them both are others higher still. The increase from the land is taken by all. The king himself profits from the fields. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. I want to take a second, guys, to talk about the love of money, right? In addition to being the wisest man that ever lived until Jesus, Solomon was arguably one of the richest men in history. We can see that in 1 Kings 10:14-25. So when he wrote about wealth, he did so from experience. He knew about wealth and he knew about its pitfalls, right? Jesus also teaches us about money in Matthew chapter 19:16-24 in his encounter with the rich young ruler. And he concludes by saying it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of God, because it entails giving up everything, right? It's counting it all as lost. Like everything we have and we own is meaningless compared to Jesus. And a lot of times we see Jesus saying to sacrifice it all and come follow me. And a lot of times we see then the people like, oh, I can't do that, right? And so he's saying that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich person to go into heaven, because they're not willing to give it up all. And that can be even a poor person if they're not willing to give up all of themselves and follow Jesus, right? The stubborn heart. So anyway, continuing on. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This is meaningless. The sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether they eat little or much. But as for the rich, their abundance permits them no sleep. I have seen a grievous evil under the sun, wealth hoarded to the harm of its owners, or wealth lost through some misfortune, so that when they have children, there is nothing left for them to inherit. So that's talking about squandering your wealth, right? Not being a good steward of it. Everyone comes naked from their mother's womb, and as everyone comes, so they depart. You came in with nothing, you leave with nothing. They take nothing from their toil that they can carry in their hands. This too is a grievous evil. As everyone comes, so they depart. And what do they gain, since their toil is for the wind? All their days they eat in darkness, with great frustration, affliction, and anger. This is what I have observed to be good, that it is appropriate for a person to eat, to drink, and to find satisfaction in their toilsome labor under the sun during the few days of life God has given them. For this is their lot. Moreover, when God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their toil, this is a gift of God. They seldom reflect on the days of their life because God keeps them occupied with gladness of heart.